Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In this video we are going to be talking about our new to us classic 350 Royal Enfield Reborn. I think I got all that muddled up, but you know what I mean. This is a bike that Claire's bought with the money that she got back from selling her monkey.
Yep.
And it was Claire's choice. Now, if you didn't watch the first video, then you might know that I'm a little bit dubious as to whether it's going to be enough power for both of us to ride Pillion. So in this video, you're going to get my first impressions of the first solo ride, Claire's impressions as a Pillion rider, and then what it's like together for both of us. We decided that we were going to give the bike a real good test because we want to make sure that it's going to be suitable for the type of things that we're wanting to do, which is what, Claire?
It's cafes on a lazy morning, Andrew.
So I thought what would be a good idea was to take the bike up to Holme Moss. And if you don't know what Holme Moss is, it's a summit. I think it's 1,700 feet tall.
Wow, okay.
And they used it in the Tour de France in 2014. I think they call it the Col de Yorkshire. It's a formidable road for anybody, really. It's quite tricky to get up, especially on a bike if you haven't got enough power and there's two of you.
So Andrew, what did you think when you first sat on the bike?
If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that I used to have a Super Meteor 650. As far as the look and the feel of Royal Enfields, I do love them.
You love that look, don't you?
Just being able to sit back on it and turn the engine on, just with this switch gear as well, you know, the way that it does it. The engine sound, I was surprised.
Why?
Because I thought it might be like a little, I don't know, weak sounding thing, but it sounds really grunty.
Does it?
It does, yeah, and you've got this lovely pea shooter exhaust on there. And I'm riding a Kawasaki Versys at the minute.
It's familiar, was it? Familiar?
It's familiar compared to the other Royal Enfield, but not the Kawasaki Versys. And I haven't really been on a bike like this for a while. What I think with these type of bikes is, you know, like if you go on Spotify and you put your song on, you can just have it straight away. That's it's really convenient, it's slick, and you can get to everything, can't you?
Yes.
That's a bit like a modern bike to me, whereas with these there's a bit of a sense of...
What, it's not convenient or slick?
No, it is, but it's like there's a bit of a ritual to be done with it. It's a little bit nicer. It feels like putting an LP on. It's like going back in time a little bit. And I like that because it's different. You know, it is different. So anyway, I got it started up and it was pretty low on fuel, so I knew that I was going to have to get some fuel. It feels different to the Versys because of where you sat. You know, you are sat up like this, but the Versys is higher up with the handlebars. This is a little bit more relaxed. And the way that the wheels are is a little bit different, but it's a nippy little thing. Okay. It's quite nimble.
So your first trip was to the petrol station?
Yeah, so I took it across to Penistone Way, just trying to get used to it, not doing anything crazy, if you can do anything crazy on this bike.
So this is 20 horsepower and you were worried about that. Does it feel underpowered?
If I'm honest, it doesn't feel underpowered to a point. So if you're riding on 30s, 40s and 50s, it's nippy, it's good. You know,
nippy?
Quite nippy, yeah. It's because I think because it's smaller, it's lightweight. I can pick the back end of this bike up with not too much effort. Whereas with like the Versys, there's a lot more effort to pick the back end of it up. So you can move this around. So it is lighter. It's not like your monkey where it's really light. So it's still got a bit of weight to it, but for what it is, it's quite nippy. You know, and I think that's something to do with, although it's 20 horsepower. The torque is right where you want it. It's lower down. So with a Kawasaki, I'm revving. That's how I've been taught to do it. I weren't doing it at first. I was riding it like I did my other Royal Enfield. But with this, it's just getting used to the lower revs. But you've got the power there. I mean, you're not going to win any drag races with it.
No.
But my expectation of what it'll feel like and what it's actually like are two different things. When you get into above 50... you start to notice it. Okay, so this is not
this is a tooted around town bike then, where you feel the benefits more.
B-roads, yeah. I mean, you know, I think it's like a different tool, isn't it? This is a different tool.
So what about brakes, clutch, things like that?
Well, it stops really well. It's got ABS.
Has it?
So, yeah. Your Monkey had ABS.
It did, yeah.
This has got ABS. The Kawasaki doesn't have ABS.
Okay.
You know, I've been taught not to rely on ABS, so I've not kicked the ABS in on this bike. Clutch is nice and light. I just absolutely love Royal Enfield levers. Yeah, they're just really
it's quite
big,
traditional, isn't
chunky.
it?
Yeah, they're just nice. It's really comfortable for my hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the mirror position?
The mirror position, fine. They're not the biggest mirrors, but I can see around my shoulders, so that's all right.
Okay.
You can move them across. And I like how it's really simple. There's no rev gauge, which caught me out a couple of times because I did hit the limiter.
Oh, did you?
And that's because I'm getting used to this bike.
Yeah.
You know, I'm learning I can't ride this bike like a 650 Versys.
Makes sense, of course.
That revs a lot higher. So I took this bike down to the petrol station, not thinking anything of it because I've just been filling up my bike all the time. Nobody speaks to me about my other bike. Most of the time, the only time that they speak to you is that they want you to pay for your petrol before you get it. I must look like I'm going to ride off or something. That's only happened once, if I'm honest. But
it's different then, was it?
Yeah, I went down to the petrol station in Penistone, which is in Barnsley. And the guy behind the counter, as he's serving me, he looks across, he goes, "What year's that bike?"
It did,
yeah. And it caught me off guard, and I went, "It's a 2022. He goes, "Really?" I went, "Yeah." He goes, "That's a beautiful bike." And I went, "Thank you." So I've just got it. I'm just riding out for my first ride. He goes, "Wow, how much does a bike like that cost?"
Really interested.
Yeah, really interested. Now the guy, I think I'm right in saying, he was Indian.
Yeah.
And you could see that he were just like smitten by it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously Indian.
The most beautiful bike.
And we had this lovely conversation about Royal Enfield bikes. He couldn't believe how much you'd paid for it.
Yeah.
Because it does look more expensive.
Oh gosh, yeah, I think so.
It does, doesn't it?
Think so,
if it were, for me, it's subjective, isn't it? But for me, if this were like double the price, I think it was still
quite good.
Quite good, because I don't know, it might be shiny things.
Yeah.
That you know, think of quality. When I came away from talking to that guy in the petrol station, there were people that were pulling up for petrol and they were like looking at the bike, and it did catch me off guard, I think. But I'd do the same. I'd look at this bike.
Yeah, yeah. So what's the handling like?
I think it's really engaging. Yeah, I think it's fun. You know, I've just done this training. I've been going around a racetrack, and I thought I might be just plodding about, but with me on my own, you can ride it.
What about corners and things?
Yeah, you can throw it around the corner.
Really?
You can. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to. You know, it's not a MotoGP bike, but I think the thing is, because you're using most of the engine, you can really like send into it. Okay. It's a different experience. You know, rather than having a lot of power and only being able to use a bit and restraining yourself, with this, it's like you can have full beans. Let's grab an handful and off we go. Okay. Now, I've been out a couple of times on it. Yeah. Since. And it's a bit of a roller coaster, in fact. Okay. Because there's times when I get on it after going on the bigger bike and I'm like, bad choice this. Really? Yeah, I do. And with the first 5 minutes, I'm like, why though? I wish I were on the bike. A bit more exciting, isn't it? Okay. You know, you can get, you're like, bang, bang. You know, like 30 to 40, you're there, you know? Yeah. On this, you get there eventually. But one thing I found about this bike is after every single ride that I've done on it up to now, you come back different. It chills you out. It's like a massage. It's like you've been to a salon or something. It does like chill you out. Like you've been for a massage and you come back. Yeah, not one of them. But there's something about it where it's like it almost demands that you ride in the way that it wants you to. So it's doing something to you, isn't it then? Yeah, it is. So I'll be honest with you. Am I fully convinced about it yet? No, but do I feel different after riding it? Yeah, I do. I do. I like that. It's an experience, and it's nice. Yeah, so we're going to see how this develops, but that's the single rider's point of view. Okay. So let's talk about you now. Yeah. because you had high expectations. I had low expectations. I think it's exceeded mine. I think the danger really is with the high expectations, whether they cause you a problem. So getting on the bike, what's it like?
Really easy. It's easier than the Versus.
Why?
Well, it's low down.
Okay.
So, you know, on the Versus, and there's the box at the back on the Versus, so I just wang my leg over this. Easy to get on the bike.
Okay.
Very comfortable. Big seat.
I was going to ask you, so that seat, what's that seat like?
Fine. Absolutely brilliant. It's quite wide, comfortable.
We were on that seat going up to Holme Moss for an hour, something like that. So, and we were on some bumpy roads and stuff. So you're right over the back wheel there. I found on the 650 Super Meteor that sometimes it could be a little bit brutal. Brutal on the back end.
I didn't notice any brutalness on the back end. I was absolutely comfortable on here. I got on it fine. Now, the only thing, I'm used to the top box. Totally different vibe on this, because of course there is none, and I think it's more of my brain tricking me. Because I can't come off the back, really. I don't think I can. So I held on to you, didn't I?
Yeah. Which
I wouldn't typically do so much on the Versus.
No, I felt...
You could feel me. So at first, I think I probably grabbed you a little bit hard, because I thought, oh goodness, I've never. This is a new sensation for me.
Yeah.
So I held you, didn't I, at first? But as we tootled along, and I think as well for me is that I'm seeing things differently than on the Versus.
Why?
I feel like, and this doesn't make sense to me. Maybe somebody can help me, but on the Versus, I feel like I'm not really seeing as much. On this, I feel like I can see everything.
Is that because we're slower?
I don't know.
Or just your seating position?
Well, I sit up higher than you, don't I, on the Versus?
Yeah.
But I don't know why, but I don't feel like I just don't see.
I wonder if it's because...
explain it.
Well, if you're higher up on the Versus, you'd think you'd be able to see over the top of me.
I can't see over my head.
So maybe your eyes are right where the helmet is, but if you're further down here and you're shorter than me,
I'm seeing
you can see through...
That could be it, actually.
Say I've got a thin neck.
But I feel like I'm looking... and I'm seeing more. I feel like when I've been out on this, on the same place or whatever, I've not seen that before. Why have I never? Is it because we're going faster? Is it because I don't know? But anyway, I just feel like I can see more and I'm enjoying more of the world as we go around.
And what about, because you're not putting the input in, on the
chilling.
Does it feel smoother with accelerating?
Yes, I think it does.
Does it feel slower, accelerating?
I can feel, I like that, I quite like it.
So it's a better experience for you?
For me, I think it is, yeah.
Right. Would you go
sedate, more gentle for me?
Would you go on a long ride on this?
Yeah, I think I would.
You would? Because you just wanted it for like cafe runs, didn't you?
Yeah, this is what this bike's for, isn't it?
So as a cafe run then, the cafe run bike, did it meet your expectations?
100,000,000% yes it did.
Wow.
Yes, it did. And something else I've noticed, going back to your petrol station conversation, I think that it does little pootly noises, doesn't it? And I think as we're going along the road, people are turning around and thinking, what's that noise?
Yeah.
Then me and you one past, don't we?
Well,
have you felt that as well?
When I came out of the petrol station, there were people looking at it, and there were some people that didn't quite see it. But when I turned it on, everybody looked at it.
Yeah, I think because I'm sat and because I'm more aware of people. I don't think they do it on the Versus. I don't think they do. But I think people, not everybody, but I think sometimes people are turning around and looking at the bike.
It's just nice that we have a traditional bike. You get all this modern stuff that we've got, but that still turns heads. For me, this is why I got into biking, this designer bike, you know. The look of this bike, I think it's like it just looks like a nice watch.
It's a work of art, this bike.
A nice watch, or like some really good leather gloves, or a good, I don't know, it's like, it feels like it's been made by hand, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the most amazing thing ever. So for me, cracking.
Good. I'm pleased about that. Because the Monkey, although you loved it, you didn't like being on it.
No, I think that's because I was at the front here.
Yeah. But still, you've not had that same experience, so that's good that you've moved away from buying a bike and then having a regret about it.
Yeah. Also, because this is only my second ever bike I've been a Pillion on, this is really silly, but it's something to say, it's me. The pegs are in a different position.
Right.
On the Versus, I'm a bit like my knees are a bit more bent up. On here, they're not as bent.
Right. Well, so you're more
obviously
relaxed?
It's not. So,
well, so your feet are lower down, do you think?
Yeah, my feet, I thought it was touching the exhaust, but it's not. It's touching this thing here.
Peg.
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
Well, the pegs on this bike are really wide. They catch me out sometimes because they're thick and they're wide. And sometimes when I'm paddling with bike, which you're probably better off getting off, but that's just how I do it. We all do things differently, don't we? Sometimes I can catch my shins on it. But when I tried that 1200 GS and the box engine on that, I would shin in that.
Yeah.
It just must be me with my shins. I just put my shins into stuff. So you get used to it.
Yeah, it's something else, because I've got lots of things to tell you about.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
No box at the back, we know that. There's some handles at the side. Don't like them.
Why?
Because I think my arm's too short and then like that.
Well, I saw that on the last video when I was editing it. You're like,
like that. So not usable for me.
Okay.
Yeah, just something
brilliant
to think about, really. So
that's our individual points of view. Now, let's talk about us ride up to Holme Moss. It's a lovely ride, actually. It's when we go out, we go through Penistone, and then we take this turn off.
Holme Firth, isn't it?
Yeah, we go through Holme Firth, where last the summer wine were made. And the roads are really good for biking because they're nice sweeping roads. And I think we'll probably do it and do a cafe stop in Holme Firth.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to find all these places that we can go because, as you know, we run this channel, we run the other channel, and we work full time. And that's why we bought this bike. This is our personal bike to just go out and about and enjoy it. Yeah, it's just our own bike to go to cafes and everything else. So we're looking for all these little places to go. We came through Holme Firth. I've got Claire on the back now. Does it feel totally different? At first it does, because it's a lighter bike.
You said that to me.
Yeah, but because it's a lighter bike, you can feel that added weight more. I'm not saying that there's a lot of weight, I'm just saying...
Okay, so you can feel me, obviously, on the back.
Yeah, I can feel it.
On the Versys, you say to me, you don't really feel me on the Versys.
Not really, no. It's a bit higher up, and there's weight in the bike anyway, and where you're sat.
So you're aware of me here?
Yeah, on the Versys as well, I got my top box, and when you're not on, I've got security chains and stuff for when I park up, and so I'm used to having some weight, and I take that weight out of the top box when you're on, so... you know, it's not that much, but on this one, you can feel it a little bit.
Okay.
Does it feel underpowered? Well, as we were heading towards Holme Firth, a lot of the time, no, it didn't.
Okay.
The only time this bike on normal roads feels underpowered is if you've got a bit of a hill. Yeah,
okay. And lots of hills where we went.
Which were to be expected. Does it kill it where it's, you know, like... in some vans that we've had where you're really struggling and going down to first gear? No, it don't do that. You do sometimes have to drop a gear, but you don't run out of gears to drop to. You know, you can still go down to, third works for a lot of things on this, second gear, but I don't feel like I'm having to drop it down into first, because, you know, if you're losing speed on a bike and you get too slow, you lose stability, don't you?
Yeah, not good.
But, you know, going through towns with Claire on the back, no problem at all. No problem at all. Coming to traffic lights, no problem at all. I think because we're lower down, because you could probably put your feet down. Could you touch the ground?
No.
No? All right. It don't matter. But for me, because I'm tall, I can just stand up with it and hold it if I need to. When we started to get into the stretch going up to Holme Firth, it goes up, it's gradient, it's twisty. And I thought I might have my work cut out taking the bike and you up there.
Get off, love. Get up there.
I thought you might have to walk it. There's just you and sheep making your way up. But we kind of like just breezed up.
Yeah.
Nothing happened that ever made me feel that the bike wouldn't do it.
I don't think we were too slow either. I don't know what speed we were going, but I didn't feel like it was uncomfortably slow.
No.
Did you?
No.
We got overtook a little bit.
I mean, you've got to be honest, it's not like something like the Versys going up there. That'll just go up, and if you want more power, you can have more. You know, and then, you know, bigger bikes, even more. But would you be able to still do those type of roads on this bike? Yes, you can.
Definitely.
Is it annoying to do it on this bike? No, lovely. You could see everything.
Well, we were taking our time. We knew that at the beginning. This might take us a good hour. Might take longer, but it doesn't matter.
We just had a lovely ride.
Just went for it. Yes.
So we got to the summit and we got off, and it was just a lovely moment, weren't it? You know, and we had
weather was good.
Yeah, and you've got such a great view. If you've not done it, or if you're from area, you've probably done it.
No, I've never been, but it's definitely worth it.
Well, if I'm honest, I had a little run up just to see what it was like before, but I'd not been before then.
It's lovely, isn't it?
So I didn't know what was on the other side of it. So when we came down, there's a big hill all the way down. If you do this ride and you've not done it before, be careful on the way down, because there's a big hump in the road.
Yep.
I've been speaking to some of my friends about it, and they say that they know where it is, and if you're on a sports bike, you got to be careful. Because
good tip there then.
So so if you're coming down or up, there is a hump in the road, but you got this lovely vista, and then it takes you down to a road called Woodhead, and that's the main road that runs between Barnsley and Manchester.
Yep.
It's such a lovely scenic road, but it's a busy road with loads of lorries on.
Massive lorries.
Yeah. On smaller bikes, you can feel vulnerable. I think we all can agree that you can feel vulnerable. On my 125, I used to feel vulnerable around big lorries. So now we're on Woodhead with all this haulage, and we're on a 350, and I've got the most precious thing to me on the back. And it was lovely. It was fine.
Yeah, we didn't.
It did not cause us a problem. We kept up with traffic. There were not one bit where we were holding people up.
Because of the no, not at all.
Could keep up with everybody.
Yeah. So you felt comfortable on that busy road then?
Yes.
On this bike?
Yeah. So that were our first Pillion experience of that, which made me think, right, I need to go and do a bit more on the bike.
Yeah.
And see what it's like just with me. So I did, and I thought I'm going to take it down some dual carriageways, some country roads, just on my own.
Yeah.
And I had a fantastic ride. It was amazing. Had more pace than obviously you on the back. The handling was sharper, and I were overtaking.
Well, yeah.
I was overtaking on dual carriageways.
Yeah.
And he just did it. But there was an incident that I had talking about the lorries, and there's a bit of road where it's very easy to get into the wrong lane, and a lorry got into the wrong lane. He didn't check his mirrors, and he came straight across into my lane. You can feel vulnerable, as I say, but I was able to get out of the way and get into the next lane, no problem, no dramas. Is that the bike or is that my training? I think it's probably the training, but the bike allowed me to do it, so I'd already got it. The lorry driver told him what I thought of him, and then we carried on. Somebody pointed out to us that this is halcyon black, this colour, but I think it's known amongst the group as a Mars bar, and I can see why. Mars bar colour. Lovely.
Really beautiful.
So we're happy.
Absolutely mega happy.
We've just got to do some more rides now.
More cafes.
But there's one thing I'm not happy with. We look like we've stolen it when we go out.
Yeah.
And that's because the gear that we've bought to ride does not fit this bike.
No.
So we are going to get ourselves kitted out with some more retro-ish style clothing. Traditional stuff that we can wear on here. You're going to get some.
I am, yes.
And I'm also going to get some, and that's what next episode is about, and we'll be able to show you what we've bought, and then as we go through stuff we can do the long-term review, which I know you've all enjoyed, and we'll see where that takes us. So there's some interesting things to discuss, I think, on that. But that's it for the first ride of the Royal Enfield. We hope you've enjoyed this, and we hope that you subscribed, because this is a series that's going to run for quite a few more videos. And don't forget that in 3 months' time, less than 3 months' time, whatever we think of this bike, it will be sold.
We'll be selling it. Yep.
And I'm already doubting doing that already, but we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.